After the devastating 2015 Memorial Day flood in central Texas, property owners on the Blanco River searched for ways to heal their ecologically sensitive riverbanks, called Riparian Zones. Steve Nell is a retired biologist with the Natural Resource Conservation Service.
There are always, in every river and every creek, anywhere, there's two opposing forces always at work. There's the erosive power of moving water, which is more powerful than we can imagine, but there's an equally strong and amazing ability of native riparian plants to resist those forces. And so you have the energy of the water, and then you have resisting forces. And that's what we're gonna, that's how rivers work. The energy of the water, and then those things that try to resist and oppose that energy, which could be huge anchored boulders, it could be large logs that are locked into the substrate, it could be living trees, it can be dead trees, it can be debris piles, it can be eastern gamagrass, it can be switchgrass, and it really needs to be all of those things. On the Blanco River, every one of those things that I mentioned is an important way that that river resists the force of that kind of flooding.
Nell and 5 other naturalists led a series of recovery workshops for Blanco River property owners affected by the flood.
The river giveth and the river taketh away, and y'all have seen that firsthand. Now that it's passed for a couple of weeks, and maybe some of the rawness and the emotion and the shock perhaps beginning to wear off, now is a time we can look at the river in a logical, we can think clearly about it, and maybe put our emotions and our hurt feelings, you have to put that aside.
I think I'm all cried out. So.
You're all cried out, yeah. You're all cried out, and that's a natural response. And now it's time to use our mind and our logic and our creativity to see what we can do to not necessarily help the river heal, but to not hinder the healing process, because it's going to heal up. Some areas are going to heal amazingly fast. The site we were on yesterday is primed. It's going to jump. In 6 months, it's going to look beautiful. This site here is not going to jump in 6 months. It's going to take much longer.
Speakers from the Texas Forest Service, Native American Seed, Hays County Master Naturalists, Texas Parks and Wildlife, and the Nature Conservancy gave property owners ways to responsibly restore one of the most scenic areas in the Texas Hill Country. Other sponsors included the Hill Country Alliance, the Meadows Center for Water and the Environment, the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center, the Wimberley Valley Watershed Association, the Cypress Creek Watershed Protection Project, the Citizens Alliance for Responsible Development, and the Nueces River Authority. To view the workshops on YouTube, search on Blanco Riparian Workshops. There are talks on next steps for property owners after the flood, how to cut a tree limb, what to plant after the flood, restoring your riverfront, and eliminating arundo grass from your riverfront.
But every living plant that's putting roots down, that's starting to add life and organic material back to these soils, is going to be positive and beneficial.